like let's make a pussy playlist that will just be all about pussy, for the pussy, about the pussy, just all about pussy.
No clearance.
Ass on the way to Jamaica, and on both flights, and I was like, yo, I can't go back, but I did because I'm a cheap ass nigga. But it was hard.
Hey, first class is really an experience.
That's
I
not
need
you
people
being
to
cheap.
understand. I don't think that should be a cheap.
Yeah, that's not you being
You're right.
cheap.
You're right.
If you don't
because
do first
I'm not
class.
I'm not frugal. Is that the word frugal?
No, you are cheap.
You are
That's fine.
no. I'm
We're
saying
saying
like
in that situation.
in that situation, that's
you are
not you
cheap,
being
right.
cheap. It's expensive. That's like a top tier luxury thing.
Yeah, y'all.
And it's two of y'all motherfuckers,
Yeah,
right? Like
it's double.
one bed, one sound.
No matter what, it's double.
What? Okay, I know I'm cheap, but I just want to hear specifically from Khadijah what makes what's the characteristics of a cheap nigga?
Everything that you embody. Everything is fucking cheap. Like you can't. My thing is being cheap is not about like, oh, I'm about to go to Family Dollar. That's not what makes you cheap. What makes you cheap is you're not gonna shop in certain you're not gonna splurge on yourself because of the amount. Oh, that shirt is $24. I can get the same thing for 10. Like
First
that kind of energy. See what I'm saying? Because
You got
that
me
sounds
messed
verbatim.
up,
Like
bro. You got me messed up. The problem
no, I think
is
I'm a firm
stuff-
believer. Like, am I gonna spend $40 on a cleaning spray I could get at Family Dollar? No. But if I'm thinking of traveling and I want to travel in style and comfort, I'm gonna do it in first class if I can. Now, if I can't, I'm still gonna try to do within my means. I'm still gonna live large. You know what I mean? Being cheap is like, oh well, we on a plane, we gonna get there. That's the energy, and I don't like that energy.
Being
I guess
cheap
I
is
get
you
cheap
got
energy,
it,
but I'm not
you know
that
you
type
got
of
it.
nigga.
Yeah,
I'm not that type of nigga.
Mm,
Now here's the
I feel
thing,
like-
my taste low key is expensive, but that's why I can't buy it.
See, but
the shit be
that's
expensive.
cheap. That's a cheap
That's
nigga
cheap.
mentality.
That's being cheap.
That's a cheap nigga mentality.
I got
My
expensive taste,
expensive, but ooh,
I ain't gonna buy it.
My
The
taste
suit-
is expensive,
the
and
suits
I'm
that
gonna
I
do
like-
what I can to get that. You know what I mean?
The suits that I like, the jackets alone be $500.
Okay, well then you need to do what you need to
That's
do in
what
order
you
to be able to
like.
get it.
Being cheap is being like, oh, that's $500.
You're not buying that
get
$500 jacket every week, every
Yeah.
paycheck. See what I'm saying? Now we need to talk about moderation and balance, equilibrium.
exactly like you. If you see a jacket you like and it's like, oh, that's $500. If you can't
Right.
buy it, don't buy it. But if you got it, be like, okay, I could buy it, but not right now. Don't just not
Right.
buy it. What's the point of
Okay.
having that taste? If that's not your taste, if you ain't gonna buy it,
Right.
I like this,
That's
but I
what
ain't
being
gonna buy it
cheap
because
is.
dude's
Cheap is like you got it, but you like, nah, I'm gonna get this $10 shirt.
yeah.
Now, one thing I will say is that I feel like people most oftentimes are cheap about things they don't eat. Like if I gotta spend $50 on a shirt, I'm like, oh damn, that's without shipping.
Yeah.
But if I'm out to eat and they bring out a 50, I'm like, okay, shit. How much you tipping her? I'm easily giving it up.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what
I
mean?
get the steak.
Yeah.
man.
So I think
I
it's
get
certain
the
things,
steak.
but you
Yeah,
gotta
certain
give
things.
yourself
I'm
that
cheap with clothes.
exposure.
I give you that. I give
Not
you that.
exposure, but that
there's a lot
experience.
of other things I'm not cheap about. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Like what?
like
Just
what?
now I need an example.
I mean, I do have a house. I feel like a
That
cheap
don't make
nigga-
you.
I got a house. And
Oh, brother.
You worked and saved for that, Tyler. That don't make you.
Right.
That still could make you cheap. You could still own a home and be cheap.
all right. Okay, I got a house. I have a fucking car payment that I pay.
We all got a car
all
payment.
people got
Get
a
in
car
line. This
payment.
nigga thought he was special.
I
Welcome
buy
to adulting.
Paying bills don't make you
Personally,
cheap.
personally, a lot of my money goes to stocks. Now, why that? I mean, that can't be the sign of a cheap nigga if you buying stocks. Regular.
Don't be a cheap nigga and buy
You can
stocks.
still be. It's like saying no. Let me shut up.
It's
What's
just
that like?
You
What's that
choose to
like?
spend your money on other things.
Okay. I'm not cheap in that section. Okay, so what you're saying is, I'm cheap in certain areas, and I'm not cheap in some.
No.
Others.
Hey, I need you to kind of tune in, brother. Listen to the headphones. You are cheap, and that's fine. That's who you are. That's your being, Tyler.
But I make big purchases. Like what?
Like See what I'm saying, Tyler? It's okay. I just want you to know you gotta live in your truth. You gotta live
It's
in that.
okay
And
to be
soak in
cheap,
that.
Tyler. It's okay to be cheap.
That's your trait. That's your energy. Your energy is I like to be
Making a
frugal. I
big
like to be
purchase
cheap.
doesn't. Yeah, making a big purchase also doesn't
Because
stop
I
you
feel
from
like
being cheap.
I feel
How?
like making a big purchase, that 10 times out of 10, I'm just gonna go on a whim here and assume you gotta do that because it's like life
It's a necessity.
shit.
It's a
Yeah,
necessity.
it's a necessity.
Okay, now you said if you got the money and you use it and you don't use it, you cheap, right? I had the money to buy a house and I use it to get a house.
That's
Well,
not
that made me
that.
cheap.
That doesn't make you cheap. It's you got the
No,
money to buy
it's
the
not.
house you living in, but you didn't buy that house because it's a little bit too much, and you bought a cheaper house because you didn't want to spend all the money you had. That would make you cheap. You didn't do that with
right,
your
right.
house,
Living in the Ritz.
but yeah,
Okay.
you get what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like
It's very.
Okay.
I'm telling you, but a happy medium, Tyler, is Bougetto lifestyle, right? You still got that.
Let's
Edo.
talk the Bougetto. Let's break Bougetto down.
Bougetto, bougie. I'm not full bougie, right? Because I'm not, riding in a Rolls Royce, driving an Audi. I drive a Honda Accord. I'm very humble.
Me
But
too,
if I'm
girl.
traveling,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna try to get the first class, depending on where I'm going. This is why I don't travel like that, because I travel expensive. Everything I get is expensive,
yeah,
When I buy
Okay.
clothes, I don't buy bullshit. I buy that quality.
How can I convert over?
It's a soft conversion. You can't just jump into
over
it.
the years,
Because then your
Tyler,
credit card debt is gonna go through the roof. We're not into that. It's slow and steady. You start small.
Not at all.
I will
I-
say
Yeah, you
Tyler
gotta
is
start
not
small.
as cheap as he used to be.
What does that
when
mean?
was I cheap?
He was cheaper.
Yes.
When was I cheap?
Shut
always
your
been
mouth.
a cheap nigga, Tyler. You know this. You said
Tyler,
it yourself.
You were cheaper than this, Tyler. Oh, bro.
No, when I met Jay, I was broke.
Yeah, that's
Okay, well, that's not cheap, Jay. That's
But
No, no.
When I had
nigga
the
was-
money,
this nigga was
when
broke
I had the
and
money, the
cheap.
money was spent. When I had the money was spent.
No, Jalen. I'm gonna stop you there. If you broke, you ain't got
No,
choice
but
but to
I'm
be
saying
cheap.
is, what I'm saying is, he's not as cheap as he used to be. When he was broke, he was
Okay.
real cheap. But that's because he ain't have it.
But this
like,
is what I'm saying.
You can't
if
be broke and cheap.
You can't be.
You just broke.
No, but I'm saying like this nigga was cheaper.
What was I
Okay.
doing that was cheap?
It's a cheap ass nigga.
You can't. I want to just name this. I want to stamp this for all the listeners. You cannot be broke and cheap. When you're
Oh, for
cheap, it's
sure.
because you got
But
a little
I'm saying-
something to you, but
but-
you're not spending it. And that's Tyler. That's what we're saying Tyler is.
But you could be broke and still have a cheap mentality.
Okay, so name that cheap mentality. There you
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he's
Look
not
at
as
Tyler
cheap as
thinking.
like
It's fine,
yeah, he
Tyler,
was
that's
broke,
okay.
but he still had a cheap mentality.
I
His
just-
cheap mentality is way less than it was before.
All right, I just want to hear. I need proof. I need examples.
go. Okay, give us 2 concrete examples, Jalen.
Of back in the day,
Yes.
Yeah.
you gotta be going through the archives of my life.
If you can't give me examples,
thinking of
everything
the
you say
Oh,
is false.
we go to Davidson. We go get something to
Uh-huh.
eat. You be like, I ain't get that, man. I ain't gonna get that because that brisket's a little bit expensive today.
All right,
Instead, just
let me
get the
explain
brisket.
that. Let me explain that.
Yes,
Okay,
we
my
was on a
freshman
budget.
year,
We was
my
on a budget.
Khadijah, my freshman year. Now in college, we had a set amount of money on our meal plan. Okay, you had to make it through the semester. You had to make it through the semester.
Semester's a long time. Yeah.
At the end of in my freshman year, both semesters, I was out of money before finals. You trying to study for finals with no food in your stomach? Yeah, it's tragic. And I was so for most of the year, I was like, I gotta avoid the shit I know is expensive. Like it is what it is.
Damn, my nigga couldn't have the brisket
my man
though.
was like, my man
I
was
love
like,
me some
crazy.
brisket
I'ma
too,
eat a-
and I
I'ma
love
eat
me
a
some
peanut
brisket.
butter jelly.
No, I ain't do that. Come
My
on,
man
now.
was
Don't
like,
play
I'm
me
gonna eat
like
a
that.
peanut butter jelly.
Don't play me like that. I ain't never do that.
Hey,
Don't play me.
I just want to name peanut butter and jelly is top tier. Like if there's ever a poverty meal that I'm like, which one is my favorite? Peanut butter and jelly go crazy.
What's your
And
peanut
I can have that
butter
shit
jelly
toasted
ratio?
bread. Okay, you definitely have to have more peanut butter than jelly. I'm sorry.
All right, that's what I'm talking.
This is how you make the sandwich. You do the
Oh,
peanut
Lord,
butter
here
on
you
one
go.
side, both sides of the bread. Put the jelly in the middle. You seal that bitch and you smush it.
Because when that shit spill out, that's not cute.
Yeah, when it spills out, it's gross.
My wife makes a triple decker peanut butter jelly sandwich. So
That's a lot of bread.
Y'all motherfuckers gonna have to
It's
get
just
rolled
3
up out that
loaves.
house.
It's just 3 pieces of bread.
God
It's
damn.
it's just motherfucking. It's the jelly on both sides of the motherfucker.
Rolled
I
out
don't know how
that
she do
motherfucking
it.
house. Hold on. Damn, but that sounds good. Okay, so she do 3 pieces. So what did she put on that middle piece?
So first is like the original sandwich, right? Peanut butter on one, jelly on the other, slap it on top, and then you slap the peanut butter on the other side back out, and then slap the jelly on the bottom of the middle one. You know what the fuck?
I'm confused. Start over.
So basically, so it's peanut butter, jelly, peanut butter.
Yes. So it's pretty much what Jay said, but I got another slice of bread.
That's a lot of fucking carbs.
That's a lot of bread, man. That's a lot.
That is a lot of bread. Y'all motherfuckers must go through bread like that's
Might
fucking
as well just
a whole
make
loaf right there just for y'all motherfuckers to eat.
I ain't had it in a minute, though. I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
Hey, that sounds good though. I had a club sandwich like that with 3 pieces of bread.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That kind of goes crazy.
When the last time y'all had a sandwich?
I'm not a sandwich person. I don't eat that shit all the time.
It feels the older I get, the more rare it gets for me.
Yeah.
It feels like
And when I do have a sandwich, I don't make it. I buy it. I think the last club sandwich I had, I bought it from a cafe. I don't make it.
Man,
I had a sandwich last week.
What kind of sandwich?
Egg sandwich. I make an egg sandwich.
I had egg sandwich not too long ago. I want to say maybe like 2-3 months ago. That shit go crazy. I was sleeping.
I put a little ham on it. I make it myself. I put a little ham on there. I put some cheese, put some ham, let that fry up together on top of the egg.
Blue cheese.
What's your favorite? Before I introduce this, what's your favorite bread?
Favorite bread,
honey wheat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
honey wheat.
Jay.
Soft.
Honey wheat.
Soft. Honey wheat.
Honey wheat.
Yeah,
I used to like growing up. I like split top wheat, but I don't.
Y'all need to grow up and get some sourdough. Grow up.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Go crazy.
Now when I get a burger, so I'll be like, hey, put that on sourdough bread. Don't play with my soul. Okay.
Hey, my brother, sourdough. Thank you.
Sourdough's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I like rye.
You know what bread is crack, and
rye?
I'm convinced it's not good. Wonder Bread. Have you ever had Wonder Bread?
Oh, that is crack. That's why I stopped.
I swear to God, they sprinkle crack on that bitch. Because you have a sandwich, you're like, fuck, I kind of want another one. It's like, bitch, you do not need this much bread.
Damn, that's like hip hop.
You know what other bread's like crack? Potato bread.
Potato bread is crack.
Potato bread.
That shit kind of go crazy.
You up for that shit. Fuck you up. Fuck your stomach up for a week.
Next time you go to somebody's house, check what bread they got. They got Wonder Bread. They only got the butt left because that shit don't last. That shit go crazy.
You eat the butt of the bread?
Hell no. That's the shit you throw out. I think that's a red flag. I don't give a fuck. If you eat the butt of the bread, you need to be checked into a clinic.
I use it to make burgers because it looks close to a bun. If I have no buns, I use the butts.
I'm going to build a psychiatric hospital for you because you need some.
I don't like wasting the bread. I mean, most of the time I throw it away, but if I make a burger and I got butts.
Bud, I use the butt.
No.
Speaking of that, shout out to Angela. Shout out to what's her name, Shorty? What's her name? What's Shorty name? Angela, Red Run daughter. Got Simmons. Shout out Angela Simmons, man.
You are old ass nigga.
I was just like, Angela, you know how many Angelas is out there? It's like niggas from
What's that woman name again?
What's that shit called? Something about
Angela's Cakes. What you talking about? You see them cakes?
Oh, they vegan and shit. I'm tired of this vegan shit.
Angela's vegan.
The cakes we talking about.
Damn.
Oh, brother.
She got them shorts.
Well, I think yeah.
All right, man.
Just gonna.
Let's get into some things, man.
Yeah, it's been like 15 minutes.
All right, what's going on? It's your girl K Dot, featuring my glass of wine. It's been a day, and I am here with my main guy, Jalen, JJ, Jalen, and the man behind the sound, literally, and my guy, my aggravation, my annoyance, Tyler, the Creator. He is also someone who's we're trying to cure him from devil's advocate syndrome. So if you know a cure, please drop that below. Send it SOS, please.
Pleasure to be here. Oh, Khadijah, what you drinking?
I'm childish. I have a childish hood rat palate for wine. So this is Roscato, the blue bottle.
Wow. Yeah.
It's not barefoot. It's a step up from barefoot.
Yeah,
I feel like Roscato don't make you childish. It tastes good. If you
it's
like
not
it,
like real wine. I don't like bitter wine. It's like, I also realize I don't like red wine because it gives me a headache. Light wine, white wine makes me like, it's a vibe. It's chill.
I like a nice Riesling.
Is that the only way you know, or you really like a nice Riesling?
I like Riesling.
Okay.
That was not the only one.
Is that the name of the brand, or that's like a type?
No, Riesling is a type of wine. Yeah,
type of wine.
Yeah, it's a white.
Okay,
nice
now is it like sweet or bitter?
It's sweet.
It's sweet. Okay. They also have dry Riesling. It's good with like spicy food or like Chinese shit like that.
You like it, Khadijah?
Yeah.
Okay. Jada likes it.
Hey, we still doing the wine tasting next month, right?
Huh?
We still doing the wine tasting next month, right, Jay? The wine tasting when it come up for Edgar's wedding. The wine taste.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Did you have a call?
I'm looking into it.
Let's talk about this off air.
I'm fucking dead.
I'm about to call Jada. I will call Jada and let her know it is a wine.
She'll be on. I swear to God,
she knows about it. She knows about it. She gonna leave work early for it. Okay, we talk about this off air. I
hate Tyler so much. You see how he sways and fucks shit up?
Sway?
You sway. We be right here. Me and Jalen be bopping. And this nigga be like, woo! Doing
Khadijah,
too much.
usually I'm on your side, but I'm the one that be swaying.
Jay is the swayer.
Really? I'm the one that be swaying.
Yes.
I be coming out.
Both of y'all niggas.
That's me. Tyler be trying to stay on topic.
I be trying so hard.
Okay, you know what? You got that. That's fair to say. All right, let's get into it. So, this episode is brought to you by Canva. Canva is a graphic design platform used to create social media graphics, presentations, posters, documents, and other visual content. The app includes templates for users to use to design whatever they want for the free. The platform is free to use, but also offers a paid subscription, Canva Pro, which will unlock an even larger library of graphics, images, templates, and videos to add to your designs. So please tap the link in the description and get started. I really got to talk about this. It's been on my spirit. You thought I was feeling you? That nigga's a
bunch.
Tyler, do you know what a munch is?
I honestly, you're not referring to munchies, are you? Are you referring to munchies?
Old ass nigga.
Dead ass. What the fuck is a munch?
So I want a preference.
Preface. Is it preface?
Preface.
Like preface?
I think it's preface.
Preface. I want to preface this by saying like Tyler's not in the loop, and me and Jay keep him like in the loop.
In my own world, people.
He's the youngest.
No, because we've already talked about this. It's mommy. Like, always with his wife. Like that's his energy. We literally asked him yesterday, "Hey, do you know who Ice Spice is or whatever?" And he was like, "Nah, me and my wife, we get it."
Who the fuck is Ice Spice?
See what I'm saying?
Much.
Is she good?
No.
She's trash.
She's horrible, but that's the point.
Because it's really been everywhere. I mean, she's the one who got flued out by Drake.
Yeah, Drake flew her out. That's the only reason
he flew her out because of the cheeks. I'm not even trying to hear it.
The cheeks in the song, the music video in itself encapsulates why he flew her out.
So Ice Spice got some spice.
A lot of spice. I'm not gonna cap. She got a dump truck.
She got a lot of spice, but she looked like a regular woman.
She looked like a regular chick from New York. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah,
that's good.
You think she Puerto Rican?
I wouldn't hold it past her. She probably Puerto Rican and something else.
Hey, prayers out.
She
to
gives
Rico,
Bronx.
by the way.
Oh yeah, prayers out to Puerto Rico.
Prayers out to Puerto Rico. Hope y'all stay safe.
They ain't got no power. The whole country.
This happens just too often. Like it's ghetto.
I did.
For us
My
to be
bad.
a
I just
U.S.
swayed.
territory.
I just swayed. I'm sorry, yo.
Look at him. Look at
I
him.
literally just, I just swayed.
Look at him.
But that was important. That was important. All right, let's go.
No, that was a good one. I let that
Ice
slide.
What's a munch? What are we munching on?
Exactly what you think it is.
Oh, it's munching. Oh, wait, hold on now.
You thought I was feeling you? That nigga's a munch. He's an eater. He eats it for lunch.
We eating coochie. We getting this. We getting this.
I was trying to be like subtle, but yeah.
We getting
What
this.
What do you call it? A carpet drag? Eater?
Carpet muncher?
Carpet muncher. Yeah.
That's a slur. We can't.
Oh, it's now carpet muncher.
Wait. That's a slur for real?
For like lesbians. That's what they used to call lesbians back in the day.
Stand up lesbians. Fuck that. Niggas eat coochie too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Niggas munching.
But it's bad.
You teach your dad to swing.
It's disrespectful because the way she say it, context matters.
Yeah, but just because she's
is.
saying disrespectful, like, you just try to make yourself feel better.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just feel like coochie is the greatest thing that God has made.
This is a fact. But she's not saying she's saying it in a derogatory way. You know when a nigga's like, yo, I get top from her. Yo.
Yeah, but
it's kind of like her saying it like that.
Top is disgusting. Eating coochie.
What's the difference?
It's
fellatio in some capacity.
Penis is a gross.
That's fair, but penis are disgusting. Coochies are just the.
I'm not gonna hold you. The fast way to hell is a nigga sending me a dick pic. Fast way to hell.
No matter
I
what.
do not want to see that shit. I'm so sorry.
No matter what, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say it right here. No matter what, a penis is an assault.
Yeah.
With a deadly fucking weapon, depending on what you got working with.
A woman run out the house ass naked. Everyone like, what? And the dude run out the house like, ah! Everyone's running, call the police and shit.
Oh my god, this pervert's running out with his thingling out. Yeah. Now, don't. If you a nigga still sending dick pics, stop. That's a straight way to hell. Stop. It's disgusting.
What about this munching girl? What's up with her?
So a lot of her shit has been like popping out with the whole munch song. I've tuned in and listened to her other shit that she has out. It's trash. Oh. There was a couple of shows she's done where niggas will sing the first 27 words. There's somebody who counted the words. They looked at the lyrics and was like, let's count this motherfucker. Because it's that first hook that first hook that people are tapped into. And there's footage of her being at shows like performing it. And after that hook, niggas go dead silent until she turn around and starts shaking her ass. Then they're like turned up. And then the moment she stops, the crowd goes silent. And it's not like one or two. It's like the whole motherfucker go dead silent. So it's like, that's a sign that you trash.
You know what they started doing? I've been seeing clips of people posting just the verses, like from the music video.
Yeah.
And not the hook, so people could know the lyrics. Like, it's crazy. Like, a lot of these like people who get famous on TikTok, I feel bad for them because like for music, it felt bad for them because like people only know the hooks of their songs. They know 15 seconds of the song.
Unless you're already an established artist, that people are like, oh, I fuck. You know what I mean? It's not like if Nicki was to drop a hook, you know, people gonna tune into the whole shit. But this is your first stepping out.
I've been hearing who the one that got that song, Billie Eilish.
Oh, I don't know that dude's name.
I don't know his name.
That's the one I've been
That's
hearing
a good
lot,
song, though.
I don't know the rest. I don't know the whole song. I do like the.
But see, I feel like that song is good. Like, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like Munch is like she had potential. She could have took that song somewhere else, but the verses are trash.
Oh, it's bad.
It's bad.
You know what's good for her though? She was charging $4,000 a show, and now she's charging $15,000.
No, I think that's bad business.
You think so?
I think so, because if you think about it, I get it, like her popularity has increased, but if you think about it, you did business deals off the strength of like, you know what I mean? You signed and this is already set to go. Now you're going back talking about I'm not showing up or whatever. You already signed and did all that other stuff.
Yeah, I don't agree with her canceling the show she did for $4K.
Yeah.
Like, she should still do those, and then new shows she should charge $15,000.
That was my thought process. I was like, I don't know why you did that. You putting a bad taste in people's mouth, and it's like you don't have anything that's meeting the success of Munch. All you got is Munch. So you really, you know what I mean? You feeling yourself a little too hard.
She got one of them drill beats.
What do you think Drake does with women he flies out? No, I mean not
has
just
sex
like,
with them,
not
and buy
just
them
fucking.
stuff.
I just feel like not just fucking. I feel like Drake is just a different type of nigga.
Just hold on, we're going home.
Like from what I hear, like there's rumors of him like when he's in his when he's backstage in his room, nigga got candles and shit, just a real vibe.
Yeah, he trying to set the vibe. He trying to get a little.
Set in the mood.
I'm just
trying to get a little
curious.
Tatiana. You know what I mean?
Tyler,
I'll say it like this, right?
Woman.
Future, Future will flag her out and be like, "Hey, what we doing? Did we fucking no? Okay." I feel like Drake is like.
I feel like Future the type of nigga to ask before he fly you out. Like, hey, I need to know now. Is you finna break me a piece or what?
Drake will whine you and
that's what I'm
you.
saying. I can see Drake being like, "Man, take you around town." Like,
I'm gonna send you a picture of this woman.
Please, because I don't think he's like tuning in to like what we're saying.
Flew this woman out for pure ass.
She got a little bit of titties. She got a breast.
She got a body on her.
Yeah,
she is like the.
He had a good time with her for sure.
Like she's like the most attainable rapper of all time. Like you know how like these female rappers you be like, oh, they're too fine. I can't bag that. You see her walking.
Hey, that's the best way to put it.
Can bag her.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say not anybody. Like, hold on.
Not anybody, but like.
But you got to have a little. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
she's
like,
definitely an average chick from New York. Like she's not nothing like crazy.
I think that's the appeal. I think that's why she's attractive because she's like she looks regular. She looks like a real person.
Wasn't Cardi like that at first?
Yeah, no, she had the BBL and stuff. Listen,
No, Cardi was like that with her teeth. Her teeth. I'm not gonna hold you.
Teeth.
I'm a Cardi fan to the core, but them teeth was showing gang signs. Them teeth was crazy. When she said got a bag and fix my teeth, she's not capping. Them teeth are immaculate now.
Shout out to Ice
them
Spice.
teeth are nice.
Go get your money.
And honestly, she's really Cardi B's glowed up.
Hey, no, but you know what? This is now. I'm gonna push us forward. This is the problem with, I think, women in general and that get a little bit of money. And I feel like this has to do with like men and like kind of like what they're bigging up and what they like praise and are putting emphasis on being beautiful and stuff. But they fuck up. Summer Walker was beautiful before she was famous. Mm-hmm. Got her nose done and now it's giving hee hee. You know what I mean? It's too much. Yeah. Cardi, she got one more on her nose before it's giving hee hee. The body is too
good. You think you blaming this on patriarchy?
I'm not blaming it all, but I think women see themselves as not enough because of what men are like gassing up. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like feel like women are worse critics than men.
Yeah,
I think it's a mixture of both for sure. But I don't want to take Nikki said she didn't start getting procedures and shit until Lil Wayne like was clowning her and like things like that. I'm sure she already had her.
Got the fucking nerve.
Got fucking not too much, but nigga got two good dreadlocks. But
at the time, he was Wheezy though. Like at that
but
time,
he was ugly.
He was the biggest.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. Can you imagine a man of that stature being like, "Damn, you ain't got no titties." You know what I mean? Like, even though I'm sure it was like joking, but she was already probably in her head about like her body and stuff. So somebody else of the opposite sex naming that, you probably feel, you know what I mean? So you feel like, oh, I gotta boss up. I gotta get my ass done. I gotta get my titties done and shit like that. Summer Walker look really fucked up now.
She really ruined herself.
Yeah, her whole shit is crazy.
Her and Lil Kim, they both ruined themselves.
I think Lil Kim is the saddest one. Like that one takes me out. Like she's so dope. I hate it.
Tyler's doing the Lil Kim dance.
Hey, she really was that bitch though. Like, oh man,
Lil Kim, man. I
she
think
just did.
Mine back in the day.
She
did too much.
She was the founder of pussy music. Respectfully.
See how this nigga try to do? That's funny. That's fine because it's gonna be me and Tyler in an alley playing rock paper scissors shootout. See how I did that? Check me out. Speaking of pussy music, Tyler, do you want to kind of, since
all right, so check.
Got in the driver's seat, you want to kind of
shout out to the 85 South Show, right? They had this rapper named Big Boss Vet. Any of y'all ever heard of her? She's a rap out of St. Louis. She got this song called Snatched. Shit is wild. Snatched his soul. She said this pussy snatched his soul. I'll be damned.
Oh, I do know the song. I didn't know the rapper though.
Yeah, her
I
name
never heard that
Big
song.
Boss Vet. And he was like, ain't no genre called pussy music. Guess there should be. Because I love me
They
some
really
coochie.
should.
You know what I'm saying? So it really had me thinking, what is all right, I know we said what's our top 5 pussy songs.
When we say that,
I don't know. We was talking about it, but let's make a.
We came up with a list, but we didn't say.
Yeah.
I had my top one.
I was about to say let's make a pussy playlist. What we putting on the pussy playlist?
Pussy talk, city girls. My pussy talk here is in the pussy talk. Ooh.
my neck, my back.
In my crack. Hey, do it.
I'm putting
Do it.
WTP by Tiana Taylor.
What's that stand for?
Work this pussy. Work this pussy. Work this pussy. I'm still.
Yes.
We're doing a lot of talking about pussy today. What is going on? Y'all got pussy on the mind.
Pussy power.
Y'all
right.
pussy my time.
Now here's something that might be debatable. I think Doves in the Wind by SZA.
It's not talking about pussy. You're capping. You're doing too much.
I'm gonna look up the lyrics.
Yeah, because I feel like he's really
Please
reaching on
look
that.
up the lyrics. She literally
I'ma look up
says
the
pussy
lyrics.
like doves in the wind.
In one line, Tyler. So that song's about pussy.
Oh, she said first. I mean, okay. She
Look, stumbling. Come on, get it together.
song
Come on.
goes, real niggas do not deserve pussy. Meaning
One.
it's more you see right through walls when talking about pussy.
2.
All right. Yeah, it's about pussy. First verse is fully about pussy. First verse is completely
You know,
about I didn't
Jenny
have to look
gave
up the
it
rest
all.
of the song.
Really?
Never even pushed for the
Hey, I never tuned into that song and thinking it was a pussy song. That's crazy. Hey, you
Real
know
niggas do not
Jalen's favorite
deserve-
pussy song?
What's Jalen's?
WAP, WAP.
Hey,
That's not my favorite
can
song.
we be
I
honest?
just liked the song at the time. That song was so good.
This
That was a good song.
Now, you know, I might have to go back in the archives or whatever, but that might be the greatest pussy song.
Hey, because
hands down.
there's some hoes in this. It's the intro to that shit was crazy. She came out
Great
and
song.
she got the right person to do it. Like Meg,
It was the perfect
Nasty.
combination.
it really was.
I do feel like
great
Nicki on. Did they ever do a remix?
No, they
No, because
should.
Nicki don't fuck with Cardi.
Oh, they don't. I need them to get
They don't
over
fuck
that
with each
shit.
other.
No, they
I need them to grow
get
up.
over that shit.
Yeah.
Hot Girl Summer would have been such a better song if Nicki Minaj and Cardi B got along and they brought the City Girls on the song instead of Ty Dolla $ign. Nothing against Ty Dolla $ign. That song should have been all women.
But I think it would have been dope if it was, nothing against them, but that shit would have been
Nothing
hot.
against them, but it should have been the City Girls, Cardi, Nicki, and Meg, and they should have had the song Hot Girl Summer, and they should have all went off talking about Hot Girl Summer. That's the worst, the biggest miss of all time.
Yeah, they fumbled that bag for sure. They didn't tune in.
That still had Ty Dolla $ign on the hook, but like they needed them. It's a big miss. That's like the biggest miss ever. The fact that Cardi B and Nicki are beefing is the worst thing ever.
Hey, now WAP low key is a classic. Is it ever too late to make a remix?
I honestly feel like, and y'all motherfuckers is gonna laugh at me, but I feel like if SZA can drop an album with 2 new songs, but the whole shit is the same, I mean, there's no, you know what I mean? And how many years later? So there's no time lapse on a song.
That's
I
fair.
respectfully disagree.
You do. Why?
Yeah, because like after a certain point, you get sick of a song.
No, I still want to get a bucket and a mop.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like if they would have dropped the remix like years later, I feel like the remix has to be like
I get you.
in that
rhythm.
It has
Yeah.
to be marketed correctly. Like it has to start by Cardi and Meg on the stage performing, and then one of them, once somebody else comes out,
Ooh, yeah, you got that.
and then they be
remix.
like the single,
And then-
and then drop the song.
Okay.
Yeah. That would
Okay, y'all got
that's
that.
how it
That's
would have
fair.
to work.
That'd be a great
Yeah.
marketing.
That's how it would have to work. Cause like just dropping it would just be like, okay,
Right.
we ain't looking for this.
Thanks, I guess.
Especially now.
Ooh, you know what's my favorite one?
What's up?
BPW by Jasmine Sullivan. Best pussy in the world.
Is that what that stands for?
Yeah.
I never know what these acronyms be standing for.
Say you
I
never
don't listen to
ever
songs
it
very
like
well.
this. And it's a privilege to let you eat. That shit
Sing
go
it,
up.
Queen.
So act accordingly. Ooh, that is a Negro spiritual if I know one. Fuck waiting in the water. Let's put that on repeat.
Oh, pussy power. Oh, that's by a man. P power?
Wait, what? This is a song called Pussy Power by a man?
Yeah, P
P-Power.
power.
Gunna and Drake.
Oh, he was talking about pussy?
Mm-hmm.
In that song.
Pussy got power.
Hey,
Yeah, that's the hook.
we can
That pussy got power.
Yeah, you got that.
But that's by a man.
That don't count. Because he don't got a pussy.
It don't, yeah.
Well, that we know of. I'm not going to assume.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Chill.
Now, the way things going on in the world now, we never know what you got.
And that's whatever you got in your pants. Go ahead and swing it, slang it, fling it.
Stuff it,
I'm
whatever
adding
you want.
Pussy Fairy by Janae Aiko. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
Yeah. I'm not super so.
Janae Aiko's dirty.
As fuck. She's a Pisces though. Them
Yeah,
Pisces. Them bitches be quiet. We be quiet. You know, we're the epitome of a lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. You know what I mean? We're not loud. I feel like Sagittarius women are very loud.
You're not
with
loud.
their like prowess.
You're not loud?
I don't think I'm loud. I think I'm loud on here because I have a platform. But had I not had a platform,
Sagittarius women. That's interesting.
Sagittarius.
Nikki's a Sagittarius. That should give you some gatherings.
Nick. I'm not gonna say she's little nuts.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Talking about bitches and sucking her dick and shit. And it's like, okay. She's
bitches is my sons. She tell these bitches they her sons. One more goddamn time.
Hey, I'm not gonna hold you. I was gonna be hot if she had a girl for her kid. If she was gonna come, I was like, hey, all these son shit you been saying, bitch, you better have a boy.
My daughter, my son. Yo, she was like, are you referring to my son when you talk about my daughter?
Hey. Wait, is there another? I think that's it. Hey. Those are the good ones. Those are the top.
Yeah, if there's any other ones, y'all let us know, man. Hit us up.
Please, hit us below.
On a pussy playlist.
No
let's make the best pussy playlist of all time. Let's make a pussy playlist that will just be all about pussy, for the pussy, about the pussy, just all about pussy.
Oh, God. Okay, you saying pussy into that mic a little hard. It's a little aggressive.
That's what the pop filters.
I hate. Oh my God, I hate Jalen so much. But since we're on the verge of like woman empowerment, pussy power, did y'all see The Woman King over the weekend?
Yes,
yep. Great movie.
I saw that shit on Saturday.
Shout out to the homies.
I wouldn't say amazing, but it was good.
Big shout out to the homies, man.
I thought it was. Did I say amazing?
Yeah,
I thought it was really good. No. You didn't say, man. I thought it was really good.
It was good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I enjoyed the storyline. I enjoyed the storyline.
The storyline was cool. It was. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna preface this by saying, like, there's a lot of things that, like, my type A was like not feeling.
Okay, go ahead.
Like the whole tooth, the tooth being in there. I was like, so we don't know about, diseases, syphilis, and you know what I mean? Like, that was, okay, cool.
I'm like, yeah, you telling
me. She didn't feel that shit?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
telling me she ain't had no type of medical issues.
Yeah. Right.
Like growing up.
Since, that wouldn't have, it would have grew out of her body.
Right. I was like, and the thing looked infected. That looked like it was infected and it healed over. But that wasn't, I wasn't feeling that. But it was good.
It though.
Nah, she got a keloid. That was a keloid.
I respect
keloid.
If I had to let my
that was weird for me.
That was a weird part. I was just like, I don't get what. Okay.
I'm like, they could have just did the scar. Like, I scarred her in a certain spot as a baby.
Yeah, and it was kind of fucked up that's how she like found out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I didn't like that. I thought it was stupid.
I thought it was dumb as fuck, and I'm like,
she didn't need to be her daughter. She didn't need. We didn't.
I
need
think
that.
you
Okay,
did,
I
though.
was trying to figure out. I think it made
I think
sense
she
because it's
did.
like that's why she's so dope and so like relentless and never gave up and got better and better. Like it made sense. I
It
understood
would have
it.
been the only reason for her to go and raid the port. Because normally it's like,
good point.
normally it's like, all right, we lose a few to save many. But she
Mm.
was like,
Yeah,
this is
because they only lost.
they only
three.
lost 3, yeah, and they won the battle. So it's like lose a few to save many. That's normally how it go. But she was just like,
That's my daughter.
I have
Yeah,
to go.
no, makes sense.
So
Mm.
she needed a reason.
They could have did a better way to reveal it then.
Maybe that's what it is. I feel like they could have been a better reveal. That shit was
Yeah,
crazy
it could
though.
have been like. I thought it was a good movie. I thought everything like the way I liked how they had the young girl be like the audience surrogate. Like everything we experienced about that tribe was through her eyes.
Yeah.
Like for the first time. I liked how they did that.
Yeah.
And I like John Boyega.
Yeah, he played a good
Oh
role.
boy, killed it. He played the king.
I feel like it's a great
Fine black
lesson.
man.
It's a great lesson in things that I've been hearing a lot in different podcasts where it's like instead of like the men trying to lead or talking about women trying to lead, it's just like we should be building together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the fact that they really should be side by side instead of trying to fight for somebody to be leading the shit.
Yeah.
You know? I thought it was cool.
Even though his wife, the pretty one, she was trifling.
Oh
my god, she was fucking aggravating.
I'm like,
she was beautiful as all ever, but she was
you ain't
but
finna be out here fighting. You don't shut
right.
Like, come on, fam.
You don't
She
shut
was,
your ass
oh
up.
my brother, she was aggravating.
She really
I was
wanted
like,
John Boyega.
somebody put this bitch on a muzzle on her because it's like, and my thing is like, she be talking out of turn an awful lot.
She didn't even know what she was talking about.
Yeah, I was just like, girl, what? Like, I mean, and as like, I don't know. I guess every movie needs a her, but she was just aggravating. And I think it was more aggravating because it's like, girl, just kind of, the other wives are staying in their place. You should do the same.
She's living a good life,
Yeah. She was.
I do feel like
I loved it when she put her in her place and she was like, hey, you're not really pressed about the national shit. You pressed about being up here and this fucking being sedity and shit. And it's like, yeah, stay in your place. Enjoy this, right?
We got this slave trade to worry about.
Yeah. When when she asked the ball, what's it like his counselor or whatever, the brother in the purple. But she was like, why does she speak privately with the king? And they was like,
and he read her.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Have you
read her to filth.
He was like, have you
been to war?
To war for your king?
Right. She been sitting up there cute, right? Ain't never been to war.
Exactly.
Looking all fine. Yeah. Like she was beautiful.
They all were.
She was right.
They all were.
I love that they made her that beautiful. Because
I think her attitude and her behavior made me like
and that's why I like that they made her that pretty, because like usually it's like she's not that pretty, she's still a hater.
Yeah.
This chick was that fine and like she was the biggest hater and it made her less pretty.
Oh,
heavily less pretty.
I forgot to respond to Jalen when he texted me this, but he went to go see the movie and he sent me a text. He sent me a text that said, let me see if I can find this joke.
There was bad baby oil in this movie.
Hey, motherfucker.
Oil. All baby oil. They was lathered up. Like a porno.
Hey, no, it's giving you is your first. Yes, you're going to school and your mom's like, "Hey, you're not gonna be ashy," and she put half the jar of Vaseline on your face and any skin that's exposed.
Literally, the first thing I thought when I see it, I was like, "Damn, they use a lot of baby oil in this movie."
Them motherfuckers was glistening.
A lot of baby oil was used to make this movie.
Yeah, the budget went to baby oil.
I thought it was dope though. Especially
my favorite one was Lashana Lynch. Was the big one, the one with the eyebrows?
Lynch. Hey, I was hot when Shorty was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, my biggest thing is they should have showed her break her arm or something, because her getting captured did not make no goddamn sense.
Didn't.
The way she was fucking these niggas.
She was going crazy on
one.
Yeah.
It was random.
She got swole as fuck for this movie. Like she was huge.
The training, Viola Davis said the training was crazy for this film. Like she was really in that motherfucker for this.
You see Viola's shoulder?
Them shits, what are you talking about? Her back was deezed.
It was
Oh
dope.
God, them traps was huge.
I was like, yeah, she ain't.
I thought it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. It's a
It showed. Well, I mean, Jay, you're probably gonna talk about it more, but like there was a lot of niggas hating on it, but I feel like it still showed a lot of realistic parts of Africa, like especially with the men.
Yeah.
Like one of the first scenes was the man trying to sell his daughter to this nigga, and then the nigga just gonna slap her right in front of her father.
Hey, okay, that bugged me out. I'm not gonna hold you.
That pissed me off.
Slap her and then was like, "You gonna respect?" And the fact, I was so proud of her that she was like, "Fuck that, no." Like you're gonna let him talk to me. But it made sense. He was adopted, and I think also like that's their culture, right? Like this is not a foreign made up thing. It's like you need to be married off. You need to like marry into
some Game of Thrones
shit.
shit.
Yeah, and that's just wild.
Yeah.
It was crazy. The fact that he slapped her in the face in front of her father, and he didn't say "whoa."
He got
whoa,
mad.
Was crazy.
And got mad at her. I was like, "That's just backwards as fuck." There's no way.
I was so backwards. I was so mad. I
was
like, "Oh, I want to kill that nigga."
Nah.
But I thought the movie was good overall, but there was a lot of controversy behind it. Like a lot of people were upset about it. A lot.
What was their main argument? Like, what was their main thing they were upset about?
There's a campaign to boycott the movie. So to give context, this movie is about the Dahomey warriors, the women warriors, and apparently people did their research on this before the movie came out, and they kind of glossed over the slave trade stuff in the movie because in the movie. They're like, oh, we gotta get out of this, and we're gonna start selling oil.
Yeah.
That was not true at all. They didn't get out the slave trade until the Europeans stopped buying slaves.
This episode is brought to you by the good people at No Clearance. All right, go to noclearancepod.com/shop. We have merchandise for you to wear. Please support the brand. Okay, we got our new clearance collection. All right, with the Defy the Trends, Be the Standard shirts, as well as the No Clearance shirt and the Superior No Clearance shirt with the dad hats. Dad hats are selling big. Okay. So please make sure you go to noclearancepod.com/shop. Buy you some merch to support the podcast so we can get bigger and better every week. Thank you. Back to the show.
Like they was in that shit. And like I think there was a statistic that came out that said like they were responsible for 1 in every 20 slaves sold to America. And it was like a lot of black people were like, oh, I don't like this because of that.
See, this is my thing. Now I'm not taking away from that or anything like that, but I like to I got the syndrome. I like to play devil's advocate. And I like to say that you gotta look at this motherfucker. You gotta really think of the space these Africans are in, right? And I think the movie did shine a light on. It wasn't like this. It was easy to back up out of something like this, right? Where it was, you got people coming from Europe, where it's not like, yes, they're working with you, but it's almost on some shit like they're working with you, but like one false move, you on a ship too, type shit. Do you know what I mean?
Here's the thing though. Before they were like selling slaves to Europeans, they was taking slaves themselves. And they didn't send any slaves from like the homie. Like if you're born and raised in the homie, they weren't selling you. They was only selling slaves like people from other tribes, and they were selling them, and they would take slaves themselves. Like the slave trade was what basically funded the homie empire for like 3 centuries. Like it's like you look at the history, it's bad. Like even Lupita Nyong'o, Lupita, my girl, she was supposed to be in the movie. She was supposed to play Lupita's daughter, Viola Davis's daughter in the movie.
Yeah.
And when she found out, when she got the role offered, she was excited. She did a little documentary to like learn about the tribe in this, and she found out that her ancestors were enslaved by the Dahomey Empire.
Hey.
And she no longer felt comfortable.
Yeah, fuck that. You took my people, we're good.
So that's one reason why people don't want to see the movie, but want to boycott. The other reason is they think that they're whitewashing like they're just glossing over the history of them in the slave trade and how vicious they actually were.
Last time I checked, while watching the movie, they literally talked about how they did sell, like they were
Right.
part
but
of the slave
that
trade.
what yeah,
So what are they saying?
they were, but in the movie they made it seem like it was it was because of the circumstances, like how they wanted to make money, but they were enslaving Africans before the
then.
slave trade.
But slavery was always
like they were
a
already
part
slavery was always
Yeah,
a thing though.
so-
See,
So, I don't agree
slavery
with
was
any
a,
of this.
slavery was
personally.
a thing everywhere though.
right.
Yeah, everywhere.
It's
It,
not
it
like,
just, I think my thing is slavery was a thing everywhere, right? It looked different, but it was a concept that wasn't like foreign to other countries. Like they, in some
Yeah.
capacity,
and
did it.
on top of that,
Now,
Every country
on
has
top of
Yeah.
that, now I don't know how long the homie was around, but this took place in 1832. Now, when did slavery start? When did slavery, like for Africa, when did we start coming over?
I don't know, but I'm trying to go back.
Around like
1700s?
15, right? Now you said 300 years.
1600.
So 300
Yeah,
years?
they did it from this. They did it. They was in the slave trade, like selling
Yeah.
to Americans and the Europeans from the 17th century. No, from the 16th century to
All
the
right,
18th
16th
century.
century is what, 1500?
That's three
right?
centuries.
Yeah.
18th
Yeah.
century is 1700, and this took
Yeah.
place in 1832. So
Yeah.
this took place near the end of it.
But this is all made up, though.
I
Tyler.
get
That's
it,
the thing. The
but I'm
movie's
going-
all
I'm
made
going
up.
by-
It's
No,
fake.
but he's trying to flow with it to like
I'm
make
flowing
sense of
with
it.
it. This
Yeah.
took place near the end. If that's what they're saying.
If we're basing it off the
what you're saying.
timeline, yeah.
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 Did this movie take place in
It
1800?
said 1832. Yeah, it said West Africa 1832
Oh, it did. Yeah.
in the beginning.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. But yeah.
So it's like people
towards
can
the
do all
end,
the
but
research they want, but you got to see the movie to actually have a say. So if you're gonna research
That's-
before
that's
you
the
go
thing.
see the
People-
movie, and then and then try to say some shit about it before you even see it, it's very hypocritical.
Yeah.
I don't think it's hypocritical.
It's
like I
judging
don't
a book
agree
by the
with this
cover?
stance.
This
It's not
is
judging the book by the cover. It's judging the story about. It's a story about these people.
I think-
and it's like, you know about these people. Why would you want to support a movie about
But
these people?
the
My-
movie
this
did a
is-
great
this-
job in recognizing that yes, we sold slaves. He even said my brother sold. Like the one dude said, my mama was sold into slavery, so I'm back to go see the homie. He said my brother was part of this, and I want to be part of a new era. So it wasn't like they literally talked about.
They didn't
it a lot.
ignore the past.
And they literally
Yeah.
talked about this shit. So I'm just like, what the fuck is we talking about?
This is my thing. I think people need to understand, like, it's cinema, and so you're always gonna have a critic. Like, there's always gonna be somebody that don't fuck with it. Like, as much as we fuck with Black Panther, there's gonna be somebody that don't fuck with it, and they're gonna say like, "Oh, well, in the climax, it didn't." You know what I mean? Like, there's always gonna be a critic, and I think as long as the intention was to educate and get you, I think whoever created the movie is already winning because you got people researching, you got people looking into the shit. You wasn't looking into the shit before the film. So I think films are to trigger your thought, trigger your mind, trigger your thinking. And so the film is doing that. Now, it's doing that without you even watching it. So can you imagine the motherfuckers that are watching it that are like, hey, I kind of want to tune in a little more on this. I want to dig deeper. I think that's the point of films. Films are to invoke like thought process and thinking and questioning, right? You want niggas to question shit. You want niggas to ask why. But I do think you got motherfuckers who say shit just for the sake of saying something.
The fact that I just hate that people are like criticizing the movie before they even like I understand like saying, oh, I'm not gonna see it because of that. That's fine. If you find that out and that's why you don't want to watch it, I don't like the people who are saying like, oh, this movie's gonna be trash and I haven't even seen it yet.
Made
like
a
it's
lot
a good
of money.
movie. It's a
first
Hollywood movie.
How much bread did
made
it
a
make?
lot of money.
Like 136 either million billion. It was a big number. Very impressive.
My argument against all this is like they could make movies about all these medieval knights and all these Vikings and fucking barbarians and gladiators. They kill all these Vikings. Literally, all they did was rape and pillage, and they make movies about Viking heroes.
Fucking pillage.
knights would kill everybody. They would raid villages too. Like all these like
Barbaric,
all these white
some
heroes,
say.
we go back in time and they fictionalize their history. The biggest show on TV is Game of Thrones and House of Thrones, and it's a fictionalized version of shit that happened in the medieval times. So like we can still tell stories about warriors of our past and our history and fictionalize it in a way that we like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we get it. They was in the slave trade. Yeah, they sold all the slaves, blah, blah, blah. But like, that's not the point. We're talking about the warriors themselves and like making a story, a fictionalized version of those warriors.
And about like who else? Where I don't know anywhere else there was a woman king. Like to be called a woman king is very different than being the queen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you really ruling.
People didn't like that neither.
I think when you a woman king, your dick kind of swing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Metaphorically, you got a dick, and that's the motherfucker is swinging.
And
you got a King Kong dick. Niggas need to watch their tone how they talk to you.
I just thought it sounded cool.
King sound
woman king.
Tough.
Yeah.
What she do to become the woman king? Usually it's a queen.
She
what do
got
you do to become a
kill motherfuckers?
She got that
right. Like what do you have?
Hey, that shit was crazy.
She stabbed the nigga
and she killed the nigga
with the dagger.
That shit was wild.
And then she just pulled.
It was shorty coming. Like, hey, I'm gonna need you to chill for a second. Picked up the weapon and was like, yeah, I got these niggas. Just chill, relax, take a second.
Yeah, it was great. That was cool. I thought it was just a cool ass movie.
Yeah,
like all these people.
Shout out to the light skinned lover in her in the daughter's life. Everybody need a light skin in their life.
That nigga could have. My biggest critique for the movie is that nigga could have not been in the movie and nothing would have changed. Nothing would have changed. That nigga could have not been in the movie and nothing would have changed.
Well, she would have been on the ship by then if the nigga wasn't.
I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah, sure, for real.
Yeah, but he still could have. No, I feel like they could have just had them show up to save her earlier.
No, he was. But you know why I think he was necessary? Now, flow with me here. I think he was necessary because I think like connecting back, you have, I think he was that piece of like past and present. Do you know what I mean? How they add characters that bring both together. And so I think he melted this shit together. And I also would like to say that I feel like he was, in a weird way, African Americans. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like us going back to the land and be like, yo, I want to see where I'm from. And you discover where you're from and you're like, oh, this is what the fuck, like, this is my roots, and figuring out like, nah, what can I do?
Help.
That ending scene where he helped them and he was like, yeah, like that split second of like, no, I want to help my people. And I'm sure that he was confused. I think before the trip, he wasn't really sure about who he was. I think being mulatto, black and white, is hard for people. And I think that's a different journey to, voyage. So he's dealing with that. And then he's seeing this shit. And he's like, nah, fuck this. This guy's a dickhead. Nigga, keep talking to me disrespectfully. You know what? Nah, I'm about to set my niggas free. And it was a little thing he did, but it helped. And it did something. Like he made his mark almost. So I do think he was essential.
Good point.
Girl, go ahead with that.
Good point.
I'm a history major. Don't play with it.
I was gonna, but I thought he was pointless until you said that, until you broke it down. I was like, yo, this light skinned nigga.
Yeah, I mean, it also showed
this Brazilian nigga. He's from Brazil.
Still the racism that he was facing. Like the nigga still had to walk around in the jungle while his homeboy was being carried. That shit had me pissed off.
I think he chose to walk. I think he chose.
No bullshit. I was like, yo, he got killed. He got hurt. The nigga I was with, Romario.
That shit looks so uncomfortable.
Romario was like, he's napping. I thought he was dead or some shit. I didn't know he was like being leisurely carried. Like it took me a second.
That shit looked uncomfortable. I'd rather walk.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
No funny shit.
It looked uncomfortable. The way they was carrying this nigga in the hammock.
Wanted to carry me. I said, hey man, like that.
I wouldn't do it. It just looked uncomfortable.
Nah,
not in that one. Like if it was a real one, like a real good ass 31.
Nah, they shoulders look good. They got
looked uncomfortable.
They strong.
Call me a nigga. Yeah. Ooh. Is this cotton? I'll guess it'll do.
Yeah, it was fucked up. I thought it was fucked up because that was supposed to be his best friend since childhood, and he was like, I'll put you on one of them ships too.
Hey, he said that's it.
Show how
he
messed
up. He should have known he messed up when he said that. He should have known he messed up.
Yeah,
my man.
that That was the point.
I thought it was a good movie, man.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a good.
Speaking
movie.
of, can we talk about the other bullshit since we talking about niggas in cinema?
All right, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Wish I could be part of that. Come on, Tyler never lets me down.
Oh, I don't know the words to the song.
So the Little Mermaid, we got the little preview, a little sneak peek, a little sneaky sneak, and I fucked with it. Holly was looking dope. It was giving mermaid. It was giving mermaidana, dreads just flowing.
That's a trailer right there. That's a trailer.
It was dope.
That's how you do a trailer.
It was dope.
I hate these trailers that do show the whole movie.
Just a little bit. I just need to hear her hit that note, and don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be back. I'm elbowing kids. I don't know who the fuck. Get little Leroy. He's not allowed. Not yet. Maybe the week after it come out.
What? White people are upset about this.
Leroy, get out the way.
Upset about her. It's annoying. It's so annoying. It's like how like it's the
Leroy. You don't see that woman walking by? What's wrong with you, boy? She trying to see the movie. Little Leroy, what's wrong with this boy?
Leroy, sit your ass down. Sit your
niggas
ass
like
down,
to use
Leroy.
the name Johnny. I'm like, no. It's always a Leroy, not listen.
Hey, who that yelling? That Leroy. That better not be Leroy. God damn it.
Or it's a Ty. Or it's a Ty. Ty, sit your ass down,
Hey, Ty real bad as fuck. Oh, God. Oh, God, Ty is bad as fuck. But what are you saying, Jalen? Go ahead, before Leroy interrupted.
White people are upset about this for some reason.
This is my thing. White people get so in a fissy about fictional shit. Oh, well, how would the mermaid be black? I mean, how would they get the melanin? They would need the sun. The fuck out of here. First of all, slaves jumped off the ship.
It's a mermaid.
My thing is, jumped off the ship. Yeah. I mean, it would make sense that a motherfucker is a mermaid.
It's a made-up character.
It's a black mermaid.
They're not real.
Oh, that's very true.
They're not real.
They're also not real, but I'm saying if we gonna flow with their crazy, I mean,
it don't make no sense. There was a white man literally breaking down like, honestly, they shouldn't even be white either. They should be translucent. It doesn't make any sense. Shut the fuck up.
We do too much. It's a fucking kids movie. Like what?
Yeah, like goodness gracious.
There was one.
Like I don't understand.
There was a TikTok video. This Asian dude put on a black face mask, looking at the screen. He's like, "Mommy, it looks like me. Your dick is small."
Yeah,
you got a shrimp dick. It's not even giving the shrimp you buy in a pack. It's giving the shrimp you get in the like romaine. You know what I mean? They give you them bullshit ass shrimps. Like, that's what it's giving.
Like I don't know how you could see that and then want to make fun of it. Like it's children. You see children excited to see a character that they love look like them, and you're gonna get upset about it. Like the only people who really should be upset is the gingers because this is their ginger princess. But
but black people fuck with gingers. Gingers, they fuck with us.
If the ginger community, if the gingers got together, it was like, hey, bro, why you taking our princess?
But y'all got your. This is my thing. I think I need people to hone in on. You got yours. If this ain't yours, cool. Stick with the one you got.
I'm just saying they could go to Disney Plus and watch all the movies with the white characters. It's all.
I swear to God, they can. I swear they can.
Well, I seen someone have a good point. There was like for the last 75 years, because white people will be like, oh, this is pandering to black people. It's pandering to black people, right? But there's someone was like, for the last 75 years, they made nothing but entertainment and movies and shows for white people, pandering to white people to get white people to tune into these shows and movies. Now it's just like other people's turn.
Exactly.
They're just including other people. So they could also turn. It's a money play.
Halle probably most likely was the best actress that went for the role.
No,
so it was most likely. It's confirmed. It was her singing. Nobody else was singing the songs on her level. We got to think about vocal ability. Holly goes, and I said this last week. Holly goes crazy vocally. So I'm just excited about the movie. The soundtrack about to go crazy. That little snippet, she was hitting crazy notes. Don't worry about it. She's killing Ariel.
Her voice,
Ariel, I'm sorry.
is literally Ariel's voice, like the angelic voice. That's what she got. Like it just makes no sense. She was the first to audition, and she set the bar so high. That's what the director said. She set the bar so high, no one else could top it. And he wanted her because he's seen her perform at the Grammys with her sister.
And they know. I just feel like we all know that if it was based off talent for all these years,
Be right back.
There would have been a lot more black actresses and actors in the entertainment realm doing these movies.
Yeah,
like if you was basing it off of what it's supposed to be, all of this stuff wouldn't even be a thing. You know.
But and then this is the shit that pissed me off is like no. And then when we say some shit about fuck Tyler, do you remember that movie Egyptian Gods or some shit like that?
Yeah, it was about Pharaoh.
And it's motherfuckers that is white.
It was so stupid. I'm like, bro.
And this shit didn't do good in the box office. My thing is like you're mad because you've tried to quote unquote do shit like this and it don't hit because y'all don't do it correctly. And my thing is you gotta
hieroglyphics. Go ahead.
I cannot. My thing is like you Egypt. You thought it was white kings and queens. You know what I mean? Like, and then these are like historical things. Like Ariel, because she's black now. Ariel is a fictional character. This is not a fucking real thing. And you're up in arms.
They did the same thing with Star Wars. There was a black woman, part of the Sith, and she was fucking shit up. And they was just like, why is this like talking about this black woman on Star Wars? Like Star Wars ain't a fictional world. There's all types of random ass characters on Star Wars, and them niggas was tripping off of a black woman. With a black woman slinging around a lightsaber. I was like, what the fuck is going on in this world?
I just don't understand it.
Give a fuck.
Oh, Star Wars, the same shit. Yeah, with that girl.
Forgot her name.
What's her
shout
name?
out to her.
I forgot her real
she
name.
Was
I was saying, Jalen, when you dipped out, that I'm like, they don't have this energy when they doing Egyptian gods and the motherfuckers is white, and that's a historic. You know, that's historically based. That's like Woman King being all white cast. That's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Fuck you and your mom.
If that shit wasn't set in the medieval times, I'd be pissed. If this shit was set in Africa, it's like The Last Samurai.
Oh man!
You tell me The Last Samurai is Tom Cruise?
Duh.
You tell me The Last Samurai is Tom motherfucking Cruise?
That's the best. This is your king.
Good movie.
This is your king.
Good movie.
It's
but
off.
That don't make no goddamn sense. How he the last
It's
samurai?
A good movie, but it's off.
No sense.
We not.
And you know what? That's why I'm glad that House of Dragon has like the House Valyrian as like black people.
They got a nigga on a dragon. They got a nigga on a dragon. A nigga's on a dragon.
Silver hair, like
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad.
Hey, you know, black people with silver hair.
And also, shout out to Shonda Rhimes. Her show. What's that show on Netflix? She got.
Which one?
Fuck, the one that it took place. It's the
like
show that takes place in England. It's all about the dating world. Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Shonda Rhimes does a great mix of having black characters and white.
She's a psychopath though, for sure.
The same role.
I watch Grey's Anatomy. If you are a gray head, you know what I'm talking about. She's a psychopath. She needs to be checked into a clinic.
Do you want to start a remote podcast? Well, we have the perfect website for you, riverside.fm, where you can record remote podcasts and video interviews in studio quality from anywhere, used by over 70,000+ creators and Fortune 500 firms. Riverside allows you to upload your video and audio while recording on your web browser itself. That means you don't have to download any apps onto your computer. Riverside also allows you to edit your video and audio on the platform and cut up clips from your recording for social media. So if you're thinking of starting a podcast, it's as easy as clicking the link in the description. Thank you. Now let's get back to the show.
But what she did for Bridgerton was dope. It was dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just like I like seeing black people in things because there were black people around.
Say it again. There was black people around back then. Motherfuckers like to act like we just popped up. No.
That's like Sasuke, the Black Samurai.
The Sasuke or Yasuke?
Like
I don't trust his pronunciation.
Sasuke, the Black Samurai.
Yeah, I don't really trust his shit.
of animation.
Oh, that's anime shit?
Animation.
Yeah, Yasuke's anime.
As long as it's not Hermes.
Yeah. Yasuke.
Nigga,
Yasuke, the Black
Hermes.
Samurai.
Like,
The anime's trash. The anime's trash. But like, there was a Black Samurai, and they thought he was a god because he was.
see what
black.
I'm saying? Check us out. Stop playing with it. Check us out.
Stop playing with it, man.
I just love seeing black people in these spaces. But like, white people still gonna get mad whenever a black person has a prominent role in these things, especially the
You know what my thing is with these white motherfuckers? You just gotta have a mentality of like, fuck bitches, get money. I love to see black people get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Viola Davis, she getting a cool little check. Love that for her.
And
the rest of the cast, they
the movie was
cool
under her
little
production.
Hey. And this is the shit. The Little Mermaid, Holly about to get crazy bread. Disney money ain't play money.
For sure.
That shit is not Monopoly. No pun intended.
Let's just hope the movie's good.
Hey,
King was the biggest disappointment in my life.
I'm gonna say something, and I need this to be. Is this a safe space?
In my life. Yeah, no safe space to shoot the shit.
I love y'all. Know I'm a hyper. Love Beyonce.
I know where this is going.
But
I know.
B, you gotta know your lane. You know what I'm saying, baby? You gotta stick. You gotta stick with.
She can't even voice act.
I was just like, hey, B, can you turn off the Beyonce and turn like, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, you're in Beyonce mode all the time. It's kind of one of those things where it's like she's so prolific in her like essence that she can't be outside of that. Does that make sense?
I feel like it's distracting.
Yeah, I swear to God, and I know people gonna be like, well, but I only saw The Lion King because Beyonce was in it. It's like, here's this video of Beyonce killing somebody. I'm like, oh, let me see that shit. You know what I mean?
She say the breaks off every song.
Hey.
She made Donald Glover sound like he can't sing at all.
The Love Tonight, though, that last part, yeah, she hit them keys.
I'm confused though.
I'm just hoping the little.
I just feel like Beyonce did the fuck up out of Obsessed. You know, get your prophylactics if you need them, your shaving kit, and go to hell. But until then, the 4 seasons. Now that will go into history. Like she ate that shit up. Look at my fingers. Anything after that, come on, B. I need you to kind of sit down.
I'm gonna tell you, Khadijah, that was her best movie, but she still didn't act that well in that movie.
But this is what I'm saying. And I'm saying this as a hyper. I'm a beehiver. I live and breathe Beyonce, but we got to be able to give critique, right?
I think even the Beehive all admits that.
Yeah, that's not her thing. She is stand by her. You know what I mean? Like walk by, cool.
She could be. She
could
do a couple lines.
Act the fuck out of herself. When she did shows back in the day in the 90s, when she was herself, oh, phenomenal. Don't change. But yeah, no.
Playing a character?
No.
She need to take a class.
I swear to God, or 10.
You need to take a class.
She got you.
Yeah. She got
the Beyonce energy. She's like, oh, this will take me far. Just shut the fuck up. I got it. It's like, no, you need to listen to what they say.
I feel like she's so ingrained into her music and her business that she doesn't have the time to even act, like put that much effort into.
No, she can make the time.
What I'm saying? Like,
she can make the time.
But like mentally, like I'm talking about, like mentally, like she doesn't.
No, it's Beyonce.
Go into.
She can make the time. It's Beyonce.
You think?
You got to think to yourself too. It's like, fuck, I got the same amount of hours as Beyonce does, and yet she does all this shit. She got time. She can make it work. That's a bitch who's making money while she sleeps. If she sleeps, I'm pretty convinced she doesn't sleep. She takes advantage of her whole 24 hours.
That's cool.
I would love to be in that predicament. But if I had Beyonce money, bitch, I'm clean. I'm shut eye.
I just hope Halle.
Let's just hope the Little Mermaid's good. That's all I'm hoping for.
I think it's gonna be. I'm curious on who the prince gonna be, because that's gonna. You know what I mean?
I'm coming in with low expectations. Well, I know Melissa McCarthy. Melissa McCarthy's playing Ursula.
Hey, who playing the crab? That matters.
Tom Hanks.
Hey, you knew the crab in the original was white?
Tom Hanks just did.
I swear to God, it was a white man.
Really?
I was like, nobody found that racist? Because he did that shit a little too well.
I heard Chad Hanks was playing.
Well,
the
back
crack.
in the '90s, white people did voices. With like voice actors did like it didn't matter. Like back then, like they didn't like it was a voice acting, so like nobody cared, which is weird. Let me see. Oh, they got some white man playing the Prince. I don't know who the
It's
fuck
a white
that
man
is.
though.
I have no
Gotta
idea.
have some
Yeah, it's a
rap.
white
What's
man.
You know what I'm saying?
is he?
Oh, David Diggs is playing Sebastian.
That's the dude with the he's
From,
in Blackish.
Yeah. He plays Rainbow's
Yeah.
brother.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's gonna be
He
funny.
plays
That's gonna be
Sebastian.
funny.
Yeah, he's good. I like it. He could sing too.
Oh, he can.
He could. Yeah, he's from Hamilton.
Oh, you right. Hey, this is gonna be a good film. Okay, who's gonna be her father?
Oh,
I hope this ain't no like Cinderella with Brandy and shit. The father Asian, the mama black. This shit don't make sense.
Oh no, yeah. Her father's Hispanic.
Still a
Javier
classic in
Bardem
the black.
is
See?
playing her father.
Little Mermaid's Puerto Rican.
I like that.
Let's just fucking call it.
I liked how they did that though.
Little Mermaid's Puerto
Me
Rican.
and Jay just watched like the
Mom got all this shit. She got all this shit in the house. All these little whatchamacallit? Yeah, she Puerto Rican. She a hoarder.
Oh, the mother's black.
Yeah, Puerto Rican.
Mother's black.
Yeah.
So she African.
African? That's a realistic mix. Black and Hispanic.
Lin-Manuel Miranda's gonna be in it doing something.
But what role?
I don't know. It just says he's in the cast. It doesn't say what
That's annoying.
he's playing. You don't know Lin-Manuel, the nigga that made Hamilton, Tyler.
Oh yeah.
He's also Puerto Rican. Shout out to PR.
Yeah,
What the nigga Diggs? David Diggs.
Yeah,
He did Hamilton.
Oh, he played Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah,
He was good.
in Hamilton. Yeah,
You try to put your dad onto some shit.
I fuck with him.
yeah. Javier Bardem is playing.
Hold on now. Come on. How you?
I like
type it
Javier
in. Type it in.
Hey, man. Shout out to my peoples. Shout out to my parents, by the way. Shout out to them. They killed me.
Hey, okay. So
Tyler don't know.
I want to make sure that we ending on time, y'all. Before Tyler steal the car again. What makes an alpha male? I know Jalen I've been seeing this shit too. There's a lot of male podcasters that have been doing a lot of like alpha, I am man, hear me roar kind of energy.
Yeah.
It really is.
Annoying.
It's super toxic too.
It keeps coming across my shit. Yeah, it keeps coming across my shit. I don't know.
What are you
why.
liking on your For You page that should keep
like,
popping up?
Honestly, I think my YouTube is conservative because I was on YouTube Shorts and it's all that shit, and then it's like niggas talk about like it's just mad conservative. I don't know why. I have a Republican YouTube account, bro, because like literally, I be fucking finding like Ben Shapiro clips and
what the hell?
all these weird ass Republican clips, and I be going through this like, why? How do I change this? I've been trying to change it, but I keep coming across these Fresh and Frick guys, these Andrew Tates, these Sneeko guys, all these alpha man red pill type dudes, and I'm like, they really pushing this alpha male thing, but I feel like the alpha male stuff they pushing isn't really what an alpha male is.
Can you explain what they're pushing? The alpha male that they're pushing?
They're basically making it seem like they're saying an alpha male is a male that takes lead and takes charge, but for some reason they make it, they add to it like, oh, your woman's like your woman is only there to satisfy you and your needs, and you don't need to care about her needs, and like she's just good for her pussy, and women are all out to get you. If you're an alpha male, you gotta beware of women because they're all out to get you for your money.
Says a nigga who ain't got no money.
That's like the narrative they're pushing. They're making it seem like all women are coming, all women just want your money. And you like that's what they're pushing. Like it's like that's the narrative they're pushing. I'm like that's not like what an alpha male should be.
See, but this is my thing. I feel like it's one of those. It's that real nigga syndrome. Do you know what I mean? It's like when a nigga says, "Oh, I'm real. I'm a real nigga." Yeah, it's like if you a real one, you don't never got to speak on shit. Do you know what I mean? Like men that are alpha males ain't never got to speak on that shit. The way they move, that speaks volumes. So if you're somebody who feels like I'm alpha male and that you're actually not alpha male, because alpha males are very, I wouldn't say prideful, but they're very about like how they move, right? And so everything down to their decisions they make. So they're not somebody who's screaming at from the rooftop. It's kind of like when somebody screams that they are real nigga or they real. those be the fakest motherfuckers in the room, because if you a real one, your energy and your actions will speak for itself. You don't got to go in a room and say you a real one, nigga. Your actions will do it for you, and niggas can speak to your realness. And it's the same thing with the alpha energy. Like, no man that's an alpha male is screaming that shit out loud. If you move in a certain way, and I want to name an alpha male, they say it in a most toxic way, and they harp on just the showiness of being an alpha male, and not the it's really not the epitome of what it means to be an alpha male. Alpha male is like you taking care of yours, you holding your shit down. Now, it doesn't mean you paying for everything, but that means like your people, whether that's your family, your wife, your kids, they not going without. Like, you providing that, and it's not a, well, remember that time I done paid for groceries? Nope, it's you taking care of shit.
Yeah, I feel like these dudes that are pushing this alpha male stuff are like children of Kevin Samuels. Like, I feel like Kevin Samuels was like the healthy medium. Like, hold yourself accountable. Like, telling women who are looking for high value men, like, hey, girl, what are you doing? Like, it's like that type of language they're using, but they're making it, they're going like, it's like the far, like Kevin Samuels if he wasn't in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of stuff Kevin Samuels said, yeah, he was an asshole, but I agree with almost everything Kevin Samuels said. It's like,
got it.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yeah, like, it's like, and not like everything he said was I agreed with, but like a lot of stuff with like with the women he'd have on a show and the men he'd have on a show, because I like when he had men come on and talk, because he'd put them in their place. But like, I feel like it's like the worst of it. It's like these dudes seen what he did and then try to top what he did. Negative realm instead of like, because they spew the same shit of like, hold yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna go for a high value man if you in a high value woman? How you gonna go for a high value woman if you're in a high value man? Like, they push that stuff, right? But then they push it to like, the woman ain't shit. All the women are out to get your money. All the women are this. All the women are that. Men can go out and fuck whoever they want, but the woman has to stay home. The woman can't put no promiscuous pictures on social media. The woman can't do this. The woman can't do this. They can't go on trips. They can't do this with their friends. It's like this whole thought process of that women are hoes, all women are hoes, and that they shouldn't be able to express themselves and be themselves how they are fully. Then they have the dumbest women in the world come on their shows and like just make women look bad.
I don't be seeing that on my end. Like,
Tyler's like, I'm completely on the other side. I don't know what you're
Jay,
saying.
I get some of those videos, but mostly, Jay, you send them to me on. The other end of that spectrum is brothers out here that's having the conversation of, and to your point of the other version of an alpha male. There's other brothers out here having the conversation of what is it like, defining alpha male as like being the leader of your family, being the one that's protecting and providing, but also understanding when to be alpha, quote unquote, when to be the leader, when to take charge, and then also when to be the beta. In order to be the alpha, you have to be a beta at some point. You have to learn how to lead before you can lead. You know what I'm saying? Nobody talks about the process of getting to, well, the people I've heard, 19 Keys and the other people like that, they talk about the process.
That's the healthy
and they talk
medium
about
right
being
there.
in your
Dudes
masculine,
like 19 Keys.
but and by being in your masculine, now you're letting your woman be fully in her feminine. You know what I'm saying? I think that's actually the real goal of being that man and being a leader, is to fully let your woman be her full feminine self, instead of her having to take on the masculine roles, quote unquote roles. You know what I'm saying? So there's like a far right and far left to this shit. Yeah, it's kind of, I wouldn't even call it far left, because what I hear is like you said, Jay, healthy medium. But there's a far end, which is like wow. I mean, the conversation has to be had though, because I mean, there really is a lack. There's been a lack of leadership from men, specifically black men, for a long time. You know what I'm saying? We've all really been trying to find our way, and there's been a lot of men going to prison, a lot of men dying, and so we've lost generations of leadership from men, seeing that women have had to take that role. So the conversation seeing that conversation is being had today is just almost like a repercussion of what's going on in the past. So I mean, it's just like things of other topics of just trying to figure out. Yeah, somebody has to talk about the far right or the what's ridiculous in order to have the real conversation of what's in the media. You know what I'm saying? So while it's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like that has to happen in order to get what's the real definition. You know?
Yeah, but it's just the thing is like these dudes are using this platform to like basically like say they're helping men, and it's like you're not really helping men because you're using your platform to like say you're helping men, but you're teaching men to like take away the value from women.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I don't like that because it's like they make it seem like when you get married, like there's like these set roles. The woman cleans and does this, and the man provides, and then it's like there's no in between. It's like it's not those roles. It's like the y'all together. It's a partnership. Like y'all marching side by side. It's not behind every man is a great woman. What Tyler said a long time ago. It's next to every great man is a great woman. Y'all standing side by side as equals, and I feel like those conversations do need to be had, the crazy ones to bring it down, but like at the same time, those conversations can be like to young impressionable people who, especially like the lonely men. A lot of these dudes are their base is the lonely dudes who can't get no girls or can't get no woman, and some of the stuff they do say, that's a lonely place. It's really hard for a man to get woman when they're single. A man could go to the club and talk to a woman. A woman could get out my face, and then could spend the whole night in the club not talk to any woman. A woman could go in the club, not every time, but a woman could get hit on almost every time, like a larger percent of the time when they go out.
Put my hair back.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, it's a lonely place, but I feel like they're feeding off these guys who are in this lonely place, and instead of guiding them the right way, they're guiding them to the far, like women ain't shit way. And it's like, it's not women ain't shit. I just feel like when you have a platform like this, you should try and keep a healthy medium and not speak on how to be an alpha male as well as degrading women.
And I think, like, realistically speaking, these are men that majority of the time what you're putting out is what you're attracting. So they complain about you complain about the grade of woman, right? That like you ultimately attract, and you don't want to name that. But to the point where it's like, yeah, the woman you want, you are not attracting because you're so much of a piece of shit that you don't understand. Like you said, the idea of a partnership. There's no relationship that's one-sided or one person. Like, it's two of y'all. Exactly. And so if you have this mentality where it's like, no, I'm not supposed to cook, I'm not supposed to do anything like that, that's crazy to me. And you can't think that you're gonna, if you are in a relationship, you're in a relationship with a fucked up person who is easily manipulated, easily brainwashed. So you know what I mean? Like, women that are in those spaces, these are women that are low self-esteem. To allow a man like this to like live in her life and be like exist and actually uphold these like rules, low self-esteem. You don't feel good about yourself. You don't know how bad of a bitch you are. And so you tolerate shit like this, and you're being degraded. You're being manipulated. These are bitches that are being brainwashed. So you're not talking about like a relationship. You're talking about a fucking captive.
Talk to them.
Like when they describe the shit, I'm like, oh, you want a captive. You want a slave, essentially.
Talk to them.
Fuck out of here. No, you're good.
Yeah. And then they talk about the independent woman as if a lot of women who are independent, they would talk back to you, but it's because they had
Jill Scott once said,
and it's like,
you could tell me what to do if you can tell me what to do. Okay? And if you are a man that can't tell me what to do, then shut the fuck up and sit down and eat what I said. And at the end of the day, I think these are men that are lonely, nerds, probably ain't even had that much box in their life. So they don't know. You know what I mean? Like, these are motherfuckers that ain't even played in the coochie long enough.
They're not even munching.
Right. Because they give me the energy that these are motherfuckers that's like, oh, I don't eat the box. Get out. There's the door. They give the energy like, oh, I don't eat the box, but you giving me top. Yeah, the door.
Yeah.
That's the energy they give. No, I'm so good. No.
It's just crazy because like like Andrew Tate, this guy, he's from Europe. So like they have completely different, but he's coming like he be going. The thing is, he'll go into like these Twitch streams with like these with people he knows have like young audiences, 12, 13, 14-year-old boys, and he's spewing the shit he be spewing, and now that's teaching young men to think the way you thinking, and the way he's thinking isn't the best. This is why he got banned from all these platforms, because the rhetoric he's speaking about and the way he talks about women and how men should treat women, you shouldn't be teaching that shit to the people you know whose audience are
No, that's
children.
valid. That's absolutely valid.
It's sad for like society. It just makes me upset. Like it doesn't make me like upset to like, it makes me just sad for like society. Like there's barely men out here that
they're
think this
pieces
way.
of shit.
It's just like I just think they were I think they were hurt.
Yeah, and you know what? You so fucking right, Jay. Hurt people, right? It's like let's all go to therapy and just fucking figure that out.
God damn it, therapy. I'm gonna get there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more pressed about you swimming. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna find a therapist eventually.
What'd you say?
I said I'm more pressed about you swimming. Let's get that. Yeah, let's deal with that.
Everything good? You've been we ain't got a Dare to Talk episode in a while.
Hey, I just have dead ass been busy, and I've been putting so much energy in this and work. Like after this, I'm from
You still been doing therapy, or you done? Are you straight?
So I've spaced out therapy. I feel comfortable enough where I don't need it every week.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful thing.
And so that's growth. Anybody that's gone to therapy, you know, once you go to the bi-weekly shit, yeah.
You doing good with your life.
Speaking of therapy, have y'all watched the first?
Yes. What do you mean about Atlanta?
I haven't seen the second episode. I watched
the final
the
season. Oh, the second episode is good. Like Ern goes to therapy, and like you find out why he acts the way he is, because you know, like in the show, he's kind of like weird. Like you know something's going on.
I haven't watched Atlanta in a minute.
Really speak on it.
Well, you know, the first season started because he was supposed to be in Princeton, and he somehow left. Do they talk about that?
Second episode explains that.
Why
I got tuned in.
It's fucked up. But yeah.
The first episode was
came out.
It was funny. That first episode was funny. I give him that.
Yeah. The second episode is like it's deep, but it's also funny. This nigga Ern an asshole. Wait till you see the end of it. Damn, I wish y'all seen it. We could have talked about it. It was a good episode.
We can bring that up next week.
All right.
See how we did that?
I'm gonna look into swim lessons. I stamp on that. I'm gonna look into it. That's all I'm gonna do.
This clown.
Hey Tyler, you know what I'm gonna do?
Don't.
I'll teach you how to swim.
please don't do
I can teach you how to swim.
Oh, brother.
I've had plenty. I've had plenty. Teach me how to swim.
Oh, see, we can't do the nigga way. That's not how you can traumatize somebody like that and they won't fuck with water.
If I'm able to get out the pool.
No, we're not doing that. We gonna get you out the water. Fuck that nigga. We gonna no.
Well, I it's not like I
don't like that. I don't like that method. Oh, this motherfucker. Not a summer a day. Oh, brother.
That's crazy.
I didn't want to do
football
practice to get ready for. It was too much. It was too much back then. I used to have to work as a lifeguard, then go to football practice. I was like, fuck that. I want to enjoy myself.
I cannot. I mean, we at that shut the fuck up point, y'all. I know the listeners be tuning in. Like they be like, God damn.
Man, this nigga still talk. We still talking. Yeah. Yeah.
Only an hour and a half. Hey, if people could listen to Joe Rogan talk for 3
hours could never be. Oh, what the fuck was he talking about?
Oh, man. Jay, everything
you know
good
what I mean?
You, man?
Yeah. It's a little late to be asking me that.
You making sure you got a post.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm breathing.
That's what's up.
Breathing. Shout out to Leroy. Wherever the fuck you at, man.
Shout out to Leroy.
Do your thing.
I know a Leroy. Anyone knows a Leroy?
I thought about naming my son Leroy. I ain't even gonna cap.
Don't do that. do that to your child.
Watch the kid. Don't name your kids Leroy or any biblical names. I don't know what the
I was
biblical
gonna name
names
my
do.
son Luke.
Nah, Tyler got a
Don't
Tyler.
do it.
But that was
No,
for
no,
Luke
no, no,
Skywalker.
don't.
That was after Luke Skywalker.
No. If you
Yeah,
name
but-
your child
so-
something
this is for
biblical,
Star
it
Wars.
does the reverse effect of what you think it's gonna be. This is a teacher. Every Elijah I know, bad as fuck. What
Shout out
else?
to E, man. Shout out
Every
to E.
Jacob I know, bad as hell. What's another one?
I found
Josiah.
another-
Don't get me started. The motherfuckers
Abraham.
are swinging from the
Shout out
chandelier.
to Joel. I told my wife the other day, I was like, Duke Lindsay. Duke means leader. I said, I'm gonna name this nigga Duke.
The kids are gonna make fun of him,
cousin's
Dookie.
name
You know
is
what I
I
mean?
know. I'm gonna let my son
Actually,
know
my
you can
cousin's
punch them
last name
dead in
is
the
Duke.
fucking nose, and it's all good.
Don't you name
Dookie,
your child.
what's up,
That's a terrible
Dookie?
name.
Duke means
I actually
leader.
know
Terrible
somebody
first
with
name.
a
That's
kid
good
named
That's a
Duke,
strong
though.
last name.
And in my head, I'm like, Dookie. You know what I mean?
What are they? What are they? A dog? What are they? A
I feel like
dog?
that's a dog name too. That's fucked up.
I
That's
feel like
fucked
that's a
up.
dog.
When he play football, every time make a tackle, they be like, Duke.
Duke's a good nickname. That's a good nickname.
Yeah, not a name
Not
like on a
not
birth
actual
certificate.
name.
I'ma
Don't
do
do
it.
that to you. Don't do that to your child. Your child gonna be like, Dad, I hate my name. They're gonna go by their middle name. What's
That's
the
fine
point?
with me. I don't care what they do when they. I date them how I date them.
I like Luke.
If you don't like
I
it,
had-
I don't get two shit.
I like Luke. Luke's a good name.
Bald head ho
Luke's a
shit.
good name.
Giddy Beach.
All right, let's get out of here.
Hey, make sure you get the
What are you
merch.
talking about?
Get the merch. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell. Thank you for fucking with your girl, with your dudes.
You could have been anywhere
Y'all
in the
were the
world,
best,
but you was here with us.
but you're here with us.
Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
And I'm a fuck Tyler up offline.
Wow. Stay black, y'all.